Good morning, children. Welcome to the class. Have you read the lesson yesterday? Yes, you have to read, children. Then only you will know what is happening in the class. And moreover, today we are going to start the second lesson. Okay. And the second lesson name is the natural relevance of the earth. Relevance of the earth means we have different rocks, physical features are there. Then you have water bodies on the earth. So you have learned about the crust of the earth, that is the interior of the earth, and then you'll be learning about biosphere. Life is there, air is there, water is there, yes or no? So all these you'll be learning under different realms. So first and foremost thing is you have different lessons for all these. First we'll see. You all know earth is called as a sphere. It is spherical in shape. So that sphere we say hemisphere. Hemisphere means half of sphere is hemisphere. Okay, so today we are going to know about, first we'll have an introduction about all the four spheres. Okay, the first one is lithosphere. In Greek, these are a combination of Greek words, children. Sphere is a ball which is related to earth, and litho is rock. So lithosphere. The rock part of the earth crust is called lithosphere. All rocks, mountains, everything comes under this. Then you have atmosphere. Atmos means air, and then the air which is surrounding the earth is called atmosphere. Simply we say the blanket of air surrounding the earth is called atmosphere. Okay, so you'll be learning about the atmosphere, and now even in the atmosphere how many layers are there, different layers are there. So you'll be learning. We see the sun and we think it's very near, but hundreds of kilometers difference is there, and the height is also there. So that is related to atmosphere, and when we are dealing with atmosphere lesson we can know about it. Then the third one is hydrosphere. Hydro is a word related to water, hydro. Okay, so all the water bodies on the earth are comprised under hydrosphere. Lakes, rivers, seas, oceans, ponds, streams, everything. Okay, and the fourth one is biosphere. What is bio? Now you have a division after coming to 8th class in science, that is physical and bio, isn't it? Physical science, it's also called as natural science, yes or no? So physical science and biology. Physical science is a combination of physics and chemistry, and biology is a combination of botany and zoology, that is life. Okay, because plants also have life, so both come under bio. So biosphere deals with life on earth. Okay, so now we will have different aspects in this, and this lesson we are going to have volcanoes, we are going to have different mountains, that is volcanic mountains are there in the world, and you have normal rocks, mountains are there. And then sometimes when you are going from one village to, from city to your village or anywhere, you must have seen as if some rocks are being kept by someone else. A huge big rock will be there, on that one more small rock will be there. So that is all called as weathering process. Weathering process, children. It's not melting but weathering. Weathering means arigipovadam. Karigipovadam kaadu, arigipovadam, because these rocks from hundreds and thousands of years are being exposed to sun's heat. You all know, due to heat we have this expansion of rocks. Okay, and they have cracks in them due to wind and rainfall. They are exposed to all these natural things, and they get cracks in them, and due to continuous exposure they will become small pieces, and sometimes they just, because of the continuous blow of wind also, they will come to these shapes. Nobody will make them place there one above the other. It is all but natural. Okay, so today in this lesson we are going to know about, first we came to know about spheres, and then there are some questions. Children, from the lesson itself I will read out, you will understand. How does it rain? How does it rain means, what is rainfall? The water which falls from the sky is called rainfall, in simple words. What causes rainfall? What causes rainfall means, due to the sun's heat, evaporation takes place. That is, the water bodies on the earth are getting evaporated due to the sun's heat, and that water vapor gets collected in the atmosphere, forms into clouds, and when the condensation takes place, these clouds fall in the form of precipitation onto the earth. Again water gets collected into the rivers. That is why it is called as water cycle. Okay, the second question is, why are there mountains? The other day we discussed about lot of movement within the earth's crust. There will be like plates, because within the earth's crust also huge big land pieces or rocks like things will be there, because most of the rock part will be in the form of molten material. Molten material means liquid form, like lava. You all know hot burning liquid is called lava, which gets erupted from a volcanic mountain. So what happens is, this molten material which is there in the mantle of the earth, okay, there you will have these being moving, these plates being moving, and sometimes I told you they will get collided, sometimes they will just dash each other and go up and down, and sometimes what happens is, if the few speed is more, then they get collided, and they just, supposing it is like this, when they are being pushed, they are forming into mountains. Okay, so what will happen sometimes, and I told you when we had Pangea, a single piece of land, and what happened when this single piece of land, due to these movements within the earth crust, got split, and you have ocean. So when there were large huge basins were formed, hollow basins were formed, and this was filled with water, and likewise we have the oceans and seas. Okay, so the third one is, how do the winds blow? Winds blow, you all know, due to the circulation of air, we have winds, and slow movement of air is called wind, and sometimes you observe strong winds blowing. So that all we'll be learning in atmosphere lesson. Okay, so we have winds blowing because of the atmosphere. And then how do volcanoes erupt and earthquakes occur? Either it can be earthquakes or it can be volcanic eruptions. It is just because of the movement and pressure created within the earth's crust. Like, see, your mother puts a cooker on the stove. Yes, when it gets heated up, due to the water inside the cooker, pressure is created within, heat is due to the heat of the stove, pressure is created, and when it is not able to bear, it pushes the vessel up, and once the pressure is released, again the vessel settles down. Have you observed? So in the same way, what will happen is, there will be lot of movement within the earth's crust, lot of pressure in the earth's crust, so that sometimes due to the colliding of these plate tectonics within the earth's crust, you will have earthquakes. Tremors. Tremors means once they dash each other, you will have tremors, means vibrations occur, and when it is huge, then you will have the collapse of buildings, and you know how earthquakes are caused, that we will discuss later in the lesson. And volcanoes also, you all know, as the mountains, you have within the mountain also you have lot of pressure, and this is being pushed up, children, like the vessel. So this lava which is in the molten form, it is rich in minerals, children, so it comes out, oozes out from the opening of the mountain, and lava flows down. Okay, and then you have, how are deltas formed? What is a delta? It is a Greek letter which is in the shape of a triangle. Okay, so what is a delta? You all know that rivers join the seas, seas join oceans. Okay, these rivers, after flowing through a long distance, before joining the sea, what happens is, they distribute themselves, that is, they split into different channels, and those channels, sometimes what happens is they form into distributaries. I will tell you, I'll just show you. See, it will be like this. Supposing this is the river which is blowing, what will happen? Supposing some obstacle or something is there, it gets splits like this, and this is the sea. Okay, these are called as distributaries, and it will be in the shape of a triangle, and that triangle in Greek letters, it is called delta. So that is how a triangular shaped deltas are formed. Not everywhere they are formed, children. Only at certain places they are formed. The small distributaries will be formed, and these are very, very fertile. For example, you have the river Krishna delta, Godavari delta. Okay, so like this you have different deltas formed. Okay, and on the eastern coast of India you have many rivers forming deltas before joining the Bay of Bengal. And one more is, why are there valleys and gorges along rivers? Gorges and valleys. Valleys, you all know, there are places between mountains. Low-lying areas are called, between mountains are called valleys. Yes, so, and I told you one thing, as we are going higher up above the sea level, the temperature decreases. But what about the people who are living in the valleys, or how will the temperature be in the valleys? So for valleys, can you take the same thing applicable for valleys? No, because as they are coming up, temperature increases for them, but at a certain level, again the temperature starts decreasing. So valleys are, and moreover, how are these valleys formed? It is all natural, children, because when the rivers are flowing down, supposing a small water flow starts, and when there is more rainfall, when the force of water is more, it starts pushing down whatever is there on its way and making the channel wider. Okay, and like that cuts are being made and valleys are formed, and later gorges. What are gorges? Children, in this lesson, be alert. See, you have so many words which you have not heard earlier. So these are all external processes. External processes means which are formed into different shapes, just as I told you, rocks. So these are formed due to external processes of wind, water, like that. Okay, so because of wind also we have different shapes of physical features, and then you have regarding water. So you'll be having in detail. So I want you to be alert and make a note of these, children. What is what? So gorges also you'll have, and these are nothing but what happens is when you have rainfall and you have rocks also. Yes, steep edges will be there. For some you must be seeing in movies, children. Personally we have not gone and seen, but in television or in movies you must have seen there will be gorges, canyons. Okay, gorges will be nothing but what happens is between two rocks, steep edges will be there at equal distances, like that, because these gorges are helpful in constructing dams, because they will be of same height, almost same height. So they will be level like this. Okay, so what will happen? They are not curved like these valleys, because sometimes what will happen, it will be like this, a V shape. Generally valleys will be in V shape, gorges will be just like this. Okay, so dams can be constructed on these gorges. Okay, and then landforms are of different types, children. First and foremost thing, when Pangaea was split, then Panthalassa was also split. That is, Panthalassa was not split, but when Pangaea got split, this water got in between, and you have different names for these waters as oceans. Yes or no? So the first order landforms are oceans and continents. Understood? The first order landforms are, first and foremost thing, with a single piece of land you have what are formed? Oceans and continents. Continents and oceans are formed first. Then immediately next you have, on this land again, the second order landforms are mountains, plains, plateaus. Okay, first order is oceans and continents. Second order is mountains, plains, plateaus, etc. And the third order landform is there. Again, that is through external processes, children. It can be a valley, it can be a delta, understood? Or it can be a small plunge pool. Pool means a small pool. Backwaters will form into pools. So what all are being formed later by external processes like wind and air are called third order landforms. So a small exercise is also given for you, like an activity, like supposing they have given you a table, and in that table they have given you like Pacific Ocean, Asia, or they have given you a gorge or a canyon or a valley, and then a name of a mountain, Himalayas, like that. So what you have to do is, I will be giving you later on as an exercise also. What you have to do is, near Pacific Ocean, is it first order? Does it belong to the first order, second order, or third order? Remember children, oceans and continents, first order, mountains, plains, plateaus, second order, and others like a bay or a cape, a valley or a river, or what you say, a plunge pool or a canyon or a gorge, all these are third order landforms. So you will be having a clear description about all these, and in the next class we will be having, and meanwhile I will keep the PDF of this lesson. So I want you to go through at least 2 pages. You go through children, up to, see, from 14 to 17 you go through, then we will have an idea, because first we'll finish off all these 4 spheres, and then we'll have about landforms, that is first order, second order, and third order landforms. And about plate tectonics is given. I told you, lot of geologists have lot of studied, and yesterday in the previous lesson also I told you, earlier these continents and oceans were not in this place where they are existing now. It was totally rearranged. It is not arranged by man, but it is natural, children. So due to the movements within the earth's crust, these changes have taken place. So about tectonic plates also you read, then any doubt we can discuss in the next class. Only one thing is, slowly you try to know even what are plate tectonics also is given, children. That is the movement of plates, not your steel plate or anything. What you say, I'll give you the description also. See, plates means big rocks, like pieces of land which are floating within the earth, are called plates, children. Okay, so I just told you in simple words. You go through this lesson, and then how are mountains formed also is there in page number 17. So we will have a clear description about this lesson in the next class. First you go through till page number 17, because it needs lot of explanation. Each one I will tell you in simple words, so that you will be able to understand. Okay, thank you children.